यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये
प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये
यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
अशास्त्रविहितं घोरन्
अशास्त्रविहितं घोरन्
तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः
तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः
दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः
दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः
कामरागबलान्विताः
कामरागबलान्विताः
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम्
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम्
भूतग्राममचेतसः
भूतग्राममचेतसः
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थन्
मां चैवान्तः शरीरस्थन्
तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य
त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः
त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः
यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानन्
यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानन्
तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु
तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु
आयुः सत्त्वबलारोग्य
आयुः सत्त्वबलारोग्य
सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः
सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः
रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्या
रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्या
आहाराः सात्विकप्रियाः ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता
अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः
अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
ये शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः
यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः
तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण
तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण
सत्त्वमाहोरजस्तमः
सत्त्वमाहोरजस्तमः
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
तामसी चेति तां शृणु
तामसी चेति तां शृणु
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
श्रद्धा भवति भारत
श्रद्धा भवति भारत
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषो
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषो
यो यच्छ यच्छ्रद्धः स एव सः
यो यच्छ्रद्धः स एव सः
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान्
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान्
यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः
प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये
प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये
यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
यजन्ते तामसा जनाः
अशास्त्रविहितं घोरन्
अशास्त्रविहितं घोरन्
तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः
तप्यन्ते ये तपो जनाः
दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः
दम्भाहङ्कारसंयुक्ताः
कामरागबलान्विताः
कामरागबलान्विताः
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम्
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थम्
भूतग्राममचेतसः
भूतग्राममचेतसः
माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थन्
मां चैवान्तः शरीरस्थन्
तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान्
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य
आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य
त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः
त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः
यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानन्
यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानन्
तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु
तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु
आयुः सत्त्वबलारोग्य
आयुः सत्त्वबलारोग्य
सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः
सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः
रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्या
रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृद्या
आहाराः सात्विकप्रियाः ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता
श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता
अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः।
अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः।
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
ये शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य
ये शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य
यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः
यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः
तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण
तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण
सत्त्वमाहो रजस्तमः।
सत्त्वमाहो रजस्तमः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
देहिनां सा स्वभावजा
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
सात्विकी राजसी चैव
तामसी चेति तां शृणु
तामसी चेति तां शृणु
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
सत्त्वानुरूपा सर्वस्य
श्रद्धा भवति भारत
श्रद्धा भवति भारत
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषो
श्रद्धामयोऽयं पुरुषो
यो यच्छ्रद्धः स एव सः
यो यच्छ्रद्धः स एव सः
यजन्ते सात्विका देवान्
यजन्ते सात्विका देवा
जय श्री कृष्ण। आज 17th अध्याय डिवीजन है। जय श्री कृष्ण। शिखो हमारा दादा।
जय श्री कृष्ण। Jai Shri Krishna, everybody. So today this is the last chapter to be covered in Pathak. Okay, so I hope you all are ready with your printouts so that you can make notes should you need to make any. And after I have gone over the complete chapter, we will have question answer session. So should you have any doubts on any of the shlokas, you may ask then. Okay, and we'll start. We'll try and go as fast as possible, keeping in mind the time constraints and also the complexity of shlokas. Wherever we find that it is complex and we need to pay a little more attention to it, we will definitely dwell on it. Otherwise, the ones which are not which seem to be very obvious, we will gloss over it. Okay, let's start with the prayer. Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa Chanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna. Okay, let us start with the chapter. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gītā Atha Saptadashodhyayah. Points to be noted. Shri is a sh, okay, like in sugar. Okay, with half of that joined with R, R, and the long E, Shri. Okay. Paramatmane, Ra has to be full. And there is stress on Ma for the half letter Ta. Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad. Srimad. Da is half joined with Ba. Srimad Bhagavad. Ga and Va, they are both full letters. Don't treat them as half like pure consonants. They are joined with vowel A. So Bhagavad Gītā Atha Saptadashodhyayah. Atha, don't say Ath. Atha, the Tha has to end with a very prominent A sound. Atha Saptadashodhyayah. Dashodhyayah. Okay. Next. Arjuna Uvacha. Uvacha. Cha has to be full. Please remember, don't say Uvach, and neither should you prolong it Uvacha like that. Ye Shastra Vidimutsrujya Yajante Shraddhayanvitaha Teshan Nishtatu Ka Krishna Satvamaho Rajastamaha. Pay attention to the second word in the first charan. Shastra Vidhi Mutsrujya. Shastra Shastra. So there is half sa, half the joined with ra. Shastra, vidhi. Both of them are short letters. Vidhi, mutsrujya, mutsrujya, mut and srujya. Sa has the vowel joined like you have in Krishna, the vowel which is after letter K. Okay. So the same vowel is there here in this case for sa. Srujya. Yajante shraddhayan. Don't say shraddhya. Pay attention, this shraddha and then yan vitaha. Shraddha yan vitaha. Okay. In the fourth charan, satvamaho. So there are two thas. Okay, half thas. Sat. So you will say sat and say tva. Sat, tva. And that's how it becomes satvamaho rajastamaha. At the end of the charan, the letters are short, then you should not prolong them while reciting them in some kind of a... we have a tendency to recite it with some tune. So that time there is a likelihood of the short letters being made prolonged ones. So please pay attention to those and don't prolong it. Next, Didi. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan. Ga is full. Please remember. Don't say Bhagwa. Bhagavan Uvacha. Also, don't say Bhagavan Uvach. Don't break it like that. Bhagavan Uvach is a single word along with Shri. So pronounce it as a single word. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Trividha bhavati shraddha dehinam sasvabhavaja sattviki rajasi chaiva tamasi chetitam shunu. Here, trividha bhavati shraddha. So there is stress, aghat on this T for the half letter sh. So join the that aghat half sh, join these two words together. Bhavatish with a hissing sound. Bhavatish shraddha. Okay. And then sattviki, like the previous shlok, there are two thas, sattviki. So you should say sat and tviki. So together it becomes sattviki. The last word in the shlok is shrunu. It is half sh with a vowel, which is the same as you have it in Krishna. Ru, same vowel is there. Now, I don't know, most of you may be pronouncing it as Ri. Some people pronounce it as Ru also. But it is supposed to be Ro. Like you try to say Ru, but don't roll your lips as round. Okay, don't roll them. So keep them parallel and then try to say Ru. The pronunciation that comes out is generally correct. Shrunu. But then it is okay even if you say Shri and if you say Shru. Okay. Next slow. Yeah. Sattvanurupa sarvasya shraddha bhavati bharata. Shraddha mayoyam purusho yo yat shraddhassa eva saha. Sattva, again, two thas before the va. Sattva, sattvanurupa. Here, nu is short, but ru is long. So, sattvanurupa. Sarvasya shraddha bhavati. Bhavati. T is to be taken as short. Don't make it prolonged. Bhavati bharata. Bharata. Don't say bharat. Bharata. And has to be with a sound. Shraddha mayoyam. Shraddha mayoyam. Shraddha mayoyam purusho. As you know, the letter that you see, the symbol like a quote, single quote, which in Devanagari you can see as a letter S, slightly stretched S, has no relevance in reading, recitation. Okay, so just ignore it. The letter before that will be a prolonged one always. So make it prolonged one. Don't by mistake make it short. That is the precaution that you should take. But nothing extra, no special attention to be paid to this avagraha. Okay. Shraddhamayo yam purusho yo yat shraddhasa. This word, pay little attention. Yat shra. Here you have half cha followed by ra. Okay. Yat shra. And then aghat on this ra for the half the that is following it, which is joined with the. Yat shraddhas. And there is this visarg, the two vertical dots, which have to be pronounced as half sa. So yat shraddhas sa eva saha. Join this yat shraddhas half sa with the following sa. So, yo yat shraddhasa eva saha. The visarg in the end has to be pronounced as aha, as you know. Next. Yajan, fourth shlok, Didi. Yajante satvika devan yaksharakshamsi rajasaha. Pretan bhutaganamshchan ye yajante tamasa janaha. Yajante. Te is long, prolonged one. And there is aghata, stress before that on letter J or half na. Yajante. Again, satvika. You have two thas joined with one B. Satvika. Yaksha rakshansi. The dot that you see in Devanagari on top of letter Ksha, or in Roman you can see this as the, after you see the sa with an under dot, raksha, and then you have M under with an under dot, M, which is that what we call it as anuswar. So yaksha rakshansi. So there is anuswar on ksha, which has to be pronounced as anunasika, nasal verb. Okay, as if there is half verb before C. Yaksha rakshansi rajasaha. Keep this J as full because J is followed by a letter A. Rajasaha. Don't say Rajsa. Rajasaha. Next charan. Pretan bhut ganamshchan ye. Pretan bhut. Keep this ta as full letter. Bhut ganamsh. Again on na the same anuswar is there. Again it has to be pronounced as nasal verb. Okay, as if there is a half verb which is coming after na, but before the sha, half sha of the following cha. Okay, pretan bhut ganamshchan ye. Remember here, wherever the consonant ye sound is there, and before that there is half letter, like in this particular case, na is there. You have to be making deliberate effort that you do not end up pronouncing ne. It is nye. That ye has to be very clearly heard. Pretan bhuta ganamshchan ye yajante tamasa janaha. The visarga at the end in both second charan and fourth charan has to be pronounced as ha. Janaha. Next look, the fifth one. ashastra vihitam ghoran tapyante ye tapojanaha dambhahankara sanyukta kamaraga balanvitaha. Okay, slightly in a stroke where you should actually pay little attention. Ashastra, a short, shastra. So after sha, you have half sa joined with half the joined with ra. Ashastra vihitang, vihitang, vihitang. The anuswar here on ta has to be pronounced as nga, the one which is in ka group. Okay, the fifth letter of the ka group. Ashastra vihitang ghoran, ghoran. Here on ra, the anuswar has to be pronounced as half na. Okay, the ta groups for fifth letter. Ghoran tapyante, tapyante ye tapojanaha, tapyante ye tapojanaha. Dambha hankar sanyukta. Break it like this. Dambha hankar sanyukta. Dambha hankar sanyukta. The visarg here has to be, you have to actually exhale as if you are trying to say ha, but don't say that. Don't let that sound come out, but let the breath come out as if you are trying to say ha. So your position of your mouth becomes like as if you are about to pronounce this sound, but just stop that sound from coming. Let the breath come out. Dambha hankar sanyukta. Kam. Don't say kam rag. Kam rag. Don't say rag. Rag. Balan vitaha. Kam rag. Balan vitaha. Saying them together. Kam rag balan vitaha. Okay. Dambha hankar sanyukta. Kamaraga balanvitaha. Okay, next. Sixth shloka. Karshayantash sharirastham bhutagramamachetasah mainchaivantash sharirasthan Tan vidya sura nishchayan. Here, pay attention to the second charan. Bhutag. There is stress on letter ta. Bhutagramama chetasah. There are two mas. They are both followed by letter a. So don't pronounce them as if it is half. Grama ma. Bhutagramama chetasah. Bhutagramam. Don't say bhutagramam chetasah. Mama chetasah. Then the fourth portrait are the charan. Tan vidya sura nishchayan. Break it down like this. Tan vidya sura nishchayan. Tan vidya sura nishchayan. Nishchayan. Tan vidya sura nishchayan. Next of the seventh one. Aharastvapi sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha yajjas tapastatha danan tesham vedamimam shrunu. Aharastvapi This is how you should pronounce it. Aharastvapi sarvasya. There is aghat, stress on this last year. So if you pronounce recite both the charans together in one breath, then you should take this stress, which is for the half letter ta. Sarvasya trividho, like this. Otherwise, normally, if you are breaking up the line into two charan, then this aghata, this stress on the last year may be ignored. Aharastvapi sarvasya trividho bhavati priyaha, stress anti, bhavati priyaha, yajyas tapas tatha danan. Break it down like this. Yajyas. Now this letter gya or jya or n, the way you pronounce, left to you. Okay, correctly it is supposed to be ja and nya. The letter J, that is Devanagari ja, followed by nya, the Anunasik or the fifth letter of the cha varga. Okay, so that is how this word, conjunct consonant, gya or jya or nya, the way you pronounce it, fine, but it is supposed to be jya. Okay. Yajyas tapas tatha danan. Yajyas tapas tatha danan. If you break it down like this, it's easier to pronounce and less likelihood of a mistake. You will not miss out any letter and the sound also will be correct. Tesham bhedamimam, bhedamimam. See, again, two mas are there. First one is with short E. The second one is with anuswar. Bhedamimam. So three mas sound will come in quick succession. Bhedamimam shrunu, shrunu. Okay, pay attention. This anu is short. So don't make it long at the end of slow. The tendency is there. Tesham bhedamimam shrunu. Next slok, Didi, 8th. Ayus sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhanaha rasya snigdha sthira hrudya ahara sattvika priyaha. Lot of stresses, lot of agats in this shlok. So you should actually pay attention to each of those. The recitation becomes very rhythmic in that case. Ayus sattva, join these two words together. Ayus with that hissing sound of sa. Ayus sattva balarogya, rogya. There is stress on ro. Rogya. Sukha priti, stress on kha. Sukha priti vivardhana. Visarga has to be pronounced as ha. Rasya, stress on ra. Rasyas, visarga to be pronounced as half sa. Rasya snigdha, join that half sa with a hissing sound with the following snigdhas. Rasya snigdhas, there is stress on sneeze, ni. Snigdhas, sthira hrudya. Again, the snigdhas visarga has to be pronounced as hapsa, which has to be joined with the following sthiras with a hissing sound. So, rasya snigdha sthira hrudya. Pay attention to this letter ru. Like you have hruday, it is the same. So, our Krishna, the same vowel is here. So, you may pronounce it as Krishna, Krishna, or Krishna, the way I told you earlier also. Here it is Hrudya. You can say Hridya, you can say Hrudya. Both are acceptable. But the correct one will be Hrudya. Hrudya. So, and after Hru, there is half the joined with Ya. Okay. It is what you see in the Roman also. T followed by Y. And there is A. Hrudya. Ahara sattvika priyaha. Again, after Ra, this Visarg is there, which has to be pronounced as Sa, and join it with the following Sa, with the hissing sound. Ahara sattvika priyaha. I will recite the line once again. Rasya snigdha sthira hrudya ahara sattvika priyaha. The stress on ka, very pronounced. Okay, next, Didi. Katvam lalavanat तीक्ष्ण रूक्ष विदाहिनः आहारा राजसस्येष्टा दुःख शोकामय प्रदाः. The first charan, pay attention. What you have here is kat and this ta with stress. It is there, and but they are both half joined with verb. Katva, katva, katvamla. Katvam lalavana, katvam lalavana tyushna, katvam lalavana tyushna. Hope you caught on to it. Katvam lalavana tyushna, tikshna, tikshna, ruksha, vidahinaha, tikshna, ruksha, vidahinaha. Appears difficult, but not so. Ahara rajasasyeshta. Again, pay attention to this yeshta. So there is half sa joined with ya and then a. Okay. So rajasasyeshta. Otherwise, you will end up pronouncing it as rajasasyeshta. No, the ya has to be clearly, that Y letter should be very clearly heard. Rajasasyeshta. Dukkha shokamaya pradaha. You are aware that after du, the visarg is there, which has to be pronounced as half ka. Dukkha, dukkha. The same does not apply to shokas. Don't say dukkha or sukha, which is not here, but subsequently we will see it. So, but dukkha is like that, as if there is half ka in between du and ka. Dukkha shoka maya pradaha, maya pradaha. There is aghat on ya. Ahara rajasasyeshta dukkha shoka maya pradaha. Okay. Next. Yatayamangatarasam uti paryushitam chayat uchchishtam chamedhyam bhojanan tamasa priyam. Yatayamang, yatayamangatarasam. The anuswaranma here has to pronounce as nga, the fifth letter of the ka group. Yatayamang gatarasam gatarasa. They are all complete letters. Okay. So none of them should they each consonant is followed by a vowel. So that should be kept in mind. Gatarasam uti paryushitam chayat paryushitam chayat. The anuswaranta has to be pronounced as nya, which is the cha group's fifth letter. Paryushitam chayat. Chayat. The last letter in this line is like just the consonant, no vowel. So don't say yata, chayat. It should be incomplete like that. In Hindi, they will say visarg, like with alant letter. Okay. Uti paryushitam chayat. Uchchishta. So after u there is half cha, then cha. Uchchishta. Uchchishtam api chamedhyam bhojanan. The anuswar here has to pronounce as half na. Okay, which is the fifth letter of the group. Bhojanan tamasa priyam. Stress on sa. Okay. Uchishtam api chamedyam bhojanan tamasa priyam. Next, Didi. Just a minute. Okay. Aphala kankshibhiryajyo. Aphala kankshibhiryajyo. Vidhidrashto yaijyate. Yashtavyameveti manas samadhaya satvikah aphala. Now pay attention here. Aphala, ha. This letter has to be pronounced correctly. Don't pronounce it as fa. It is pha. Okay. Aphala kankshi. So after ka, what you see? Ng and kshi. Kankshi bhiryajyo. Aphala kankshi bhiryajyo. Yajyo. You may say yajyo or yajnyo, the way you are used to pronouncing it. Okay. Aphala kankshi bhiryajyo. Vidhidrashto. So after vidhi, the letter the is there with the vowel that you get for ru, rushna, the same vowel. Okay. Vidhidrashto, rushi. Rushi is ru. Vidhidrashto, you may pronounce it as drishto or drushto. Both are acceptable. Vidhidrushto ya ijyate. Vidhidrashto ya ijyate. Yashtavya meveti. Yashtavya meveti manas. Yashtavya meveti manas. Samadhaya satvikah. Samadhaya satvikah. Next sloka. Abhisandhayatu phalan dambharthamapi chaiva yat ijyate bharata shrestha tam yajyam vidhi rajasam. Abhisandhayatu phalan. Abhisandhaya tu phalan. Since here is a short letter, the following word should be pronounced joined with it. And since that also is a short one, so the following word to that also should be taken together. Abhisandhayatu phalan. Yatu phalan. Phalan. I told you about this pha. It should be pronounced as pha, not as pha. Abhisandhayatu phalan dambharth mapi chaiva yat. Dambharthamapi chaiva yat. Ijyate. Again, yate should be very clearly heard, not just ijjate. Gets, ya goes missing. Ijyate bharata shrestha. Bharata shrestha. Tam yajyam vidhi rajasam. You may pronounce it as yagyam. So tam yagyam vidhi rajasam. Tam yajyam vidhi rajasam. Next look. Give me a minute. Switch on the fan. Okay. Vidhihinam srishtannam mantrahinam dakshinam Shraddha virahitam yajyan tamasam parichakshate vidhihina vidhi both are short. Hinama na and ma to be taken completely. Don't make them any of them as half letters as if there is no vowel following it, which is not the case. Vidhihinama srishtannam. In sa you have the same vowel which comes in Krishna. Krishna's ko, kru, same sru. Srishtannam. The last letter here is two nas. You can see that very clearly in Roman. Na followed by na and n followed by n. Okay. Vidhihinam srishtannam mantrahinam dakshinam mantrahinam dakshinam shraddha virahitam shraddha virahitam virahita shraddha virahitam yajyan or yajyan, the way you want to pronounce it, yajyan tamasam parichakshate tamasam parichakshate vidhihinam srishtannam mantrahinam dakshinam shraddha virahitam yajyan tamasam parichakshate. Next. Devadvijaguru prajya pujanam shauchamarjavam brahmacharya mahimsa cha shariran tapa uchyate. Devadvija, there is stress on va. Devadvija guru prajya, stress on ru again. Guru prajya and stress on pra. Devadvija guru prajya pujanam shaucha marjavam brahmacharya mahimsa cha brahmacharya mahimsa cha. Now, if you see in Roman, brahmacharya, there should not be any doubt. But if you see only Devanagari, many of the people who read Devanagari may pronounce this as Brahma, as if ma comes before ha, which is not the case. So one should pay attention here. It is Brahma, ha comes before ma. Brahmacharya mahimsa cha, himsa. On he, the aduswar which is there on he has to be pronounced as nasal verb. Himsa. Brahmacharya mahimsa cha shariran tapa uchyate. Shariran tapa uchyate. Uchyate again. Chyate. Yate sound should be very clearly heard. Uchyate. Otherwise it will become uchyate, which is not right. Uchyate. Shariran tapa uchyate. Next look, Didi. 15th. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vangmayan tapa uchyate. Anudvega. There is stress on nu. Anudvega karam. Anudvega karam vakyam, stress on va. Vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. Satyam priyahitam chayat. स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनै स्वाध्याया स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनै स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनै चैव वाङ्मयन् वाङ्मयन् तप उच्यते वाङ्मयन् वाङ् the ka groups nasal consonant वाङ्मयन् तप उच्यते again yate उच्यते. Next didi मनः प्रसादः सौम्यत्वं मौनमात्म विनिग्रहः भावसंशुद्धिरित्येतत् तपोमानसमुच्यते. मनः prasadas, manah, the visarga has to be pronounced as if half fa but not half fa exactly. Okay, get the mouth in that position and breathe out. Manah prasadas, the visarga has to be pronounced as sa. Prasadas saumyatvam maunamatma maunamatma vinigraha stress anni maunamatma vinigraha. Now here you find two h's. The one ha is the letter that you see, the letter H or ha, and one for the visarga. So don't just end up saying maunamatma vinigraha. It is nigraha, maunamatma vinigraha. Bhava samshuddhi, same. The anuswar answer has to be pronounced as nasal verb. Bhava samshuddhi, rityetat. Break it down like this. Bhava samshuddhi rityetat. Bhava samshuddhi rityetat. Tapo manasamuchyate. Manasamuchyate. Tapo manasamuchyate. Again, muchyate. Next. Shraddhaya paraya taptan tapastat trividhan naraihi aphalakankshibhir yuktais satvikam parichakshate. Shraddhaya, don't say shraddhya. Shraddhaya paraya, don't say parya. Paraya taptan. Shraddhaya paraya taptan tapastat trividhan. This is how you should break it down. Tapas tat trividhan. Tapas tat trividhan naraihi. Here naraihi. The pronunciation has to be, don't say narehi, naraihi. Okay. Tapastat trividhan naraihi aphala kankshibhir yuktais. Aphala kankshibhir yuktais. The visarga has to be pronounced as apsa. Aphala kankshibhir yuktais satvikam parichakshate stress ancha. Satvikam parichakshate. Next look. Satkaramana pujarthan tapodambhena chaiva yat kriyate tadiha proktam rajasam chalamadhruvam. Satkar man pujarthan. Break it down into the three words like this. Satkar And don't say satkar, don't say man. Satkara, man, like that. Satkar, man, pujarthan, pujarthan. Satkar, man, pujarthan. Tapo, dambhena, dambhena. Stress on the dambhena, chaivayat. Kriyate, kriyate, tadiha, tadiha. The stress on her for the following per. Tadiha proktam, tadiha proktam. Rajasang, rajasang, chalamad dhruvam, chalamad dhruvam. Stress on ma. Chalamad dhruvam, rajasang, chalamad dhruvam. Next of them. Mudhagrahenatmano yat pidaya kriyate tapah parasyotsadanartham va tattam samudavrutam. Mudhag, stress and her. Mudhagrahenatmano, mudhagrahenatmano, mudhagrahenatmano yat pidaya, pidaya kriyate tapah. Stress on ya also for the following ka. Pidaya kriyate tapah mudhagrahenatmano yat pidaya kriyate tapah parasyo, parasyot, end it with ta. Parasyot sadanartham va, parasyot sadanartham va, parasyot sadanartham va tattam samudavrutam, tattam samudavrutam, tattam samudavrutam. This ru, we have covered it earlier also. With the following vowel as ru for vowel. Tattam samudavrutam. Next, Didi. Databhyamiti yaddanan diyate nupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. Databhya, stress on the. Databhya miti, databhya miti yad danan. Read it as yad and danan. Yad danan diyate, diyate. Ignore the avagraha. Okay. Diyate. Let that here come clearly. Diyate nupakarine, nupakarine, diyate nupakarine. Re is short and ne is long one. Diyate nupakarine. Deshe kale cha patre cha, deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam, taddanam. The way you read the yaddanam, here it is taddanam. Taddanam satvikam smritam, satvikam smritam, satvikam smritam. Next topic. Yattu pratyupakarartham phalamudishya va punah diyate cha pariklishtan taddanam rajasam smritam. Yattu, yattu, yattu. Stress on this two for the following pa. Yattu pratyupakarartham, 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 with the stress on tu of the first word. Yattu pratyupakarartham phalamudishya phalamudishya mud. There are two does here, okay? Muddishya, phalamudishya, and stress on the following the for the half shell is following it. Phalamudishya va punaha diyate cha pariklishtan stress on re pariklishtan and stress on li also pariklishtan taddanam rajasam smritam diyate cha pariklishtan taddanam rajasam smritam. Next look, Didi. 22nd. Adesha kale yaddanam apatrebhyascha diyate asatkratam vajyatan tattam samudavrutam. Adesha kale yaddanam apatre bhyascha stress on pa tre and bhyas ya apatre bhyascha diyate asatkratam vajyatan asatkratam. Pay attention, don't pronounce the ma or va, any of them as half. They are all full letters followed by vowels. Asatkratam vajyatan tattam samudavrutam samudavrutam. Next one, please. Om tat saditi nirdesho brahmanas trividhas smritah brahmanastena vedascha yajñascha vihita pura. Om, we've been every chapter we have been reciting it. Nothing new. Om tat saditi. Same as you get it in Pushpika. Om tat saditi. So same tat saditi. Nirdesho and stress and show thereafter. Nirdesho. If you read both the charans together, then the stress is of relevance. Brahmanas. Again, this ha and ma sequence should be clearly understood. First ha and then ma. Brahmanas trividhas smritaha or smritaha, the way you pronounce it. Brahmanas trividhas smritaha. Brahmana, again hum and ma. Brahmanastena vedascha yajñascha or yajñascha, the way you pronounce it. Yajñascha vihita, and visarg has to be pronounced as half, as if not fully. Vihita pura, yajñascha vihita pura. Next look. Tasmadomityudahritya yajñadana tapah kriyaha pravartante vidhanoktas satatam brahmavadinam. Domityu दाहृत्य तस्मादोमित्युदाहृत्य तस्मादोमित्युदाहृत्य. Pay attention to the stresses on me and group. Tas and ta also. Tasmadomityudahritya yajyadana or yagyadana, the way you pronounce it. Yajyadana tapah kriyaha. Yajyadana tapah kriyaha. The visarg here is again like her, not exactly half her, but like that. Yajyadana tapah kriyaha pravartante 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 vidhanoktas vidhanoktas. Visarga is apsa. Vidhanoktas satatam satatam. Two thas coming together. Don't miss one of them. Satatam brahmavadinam brahmavadinam satatam brahmavadinam. Next slok Didi. Tadityanapisandhaya phalam yajyatapah kriyaha dana kriyascha vividha kriyante mokshakankshibhi taditya nabhi sandhaya taditya nabhi sandhaya taditya nabhi sandhaya. Stress on the and sa. Taditya nabhi sandhaya phalam pha and not pha. Phalam yajyatapah yajya or yagya yajyatapah kriyaha kriyaha danak. Stress on na. Danak kriyascha danak kriyascha vividha 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 and visarga is like her. Vividha kriyante kriyante and stress on ya. Kriyante mokshakankshibhi mokshakankshibhi kriyante mokshakankshibhi. Next one. Sadbhave sadhubhave cha saditye tat prayujyate prashaste karmani tatha sachabda parthayujyate. Sadbhave sadbhave stress answer. Sadbhave sadhu bhave cha sadhu bhave cha sadbhave sadhu bhave cha saditye saditye ta and ye saditye tat prayujyate saditye tat prayujyate prayujyate jyate saditye tat prayujyate prashaste prashaste karmani karmani tatha prashaste karmani tatha sachabda sachabda sach. There is half cha followed by cha, which is followed by half ba and which is followed by da. Sachabda sachabda. That fa is because of that visarg. It is not fa truly speaking, but like fa. Sachabda partha yujyate partha yujyate yujyate partha yujyate. Sachabda partha yujyate. Next slok Didi. Yajye tapasi dane cha स्थितिः सदिति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते यज्ञे तपसि यज्ञे or यज्ञे the way you pronounce it or यज्ञे यज्ञे तपसि दाने च स्थितिस the visarg has to pronounce as half sub स्थितिस saditi chocyate yate again chocyate स्थितिस saditi chocyate कर्म चैव तदर्थीयं सदित्येवाभिधीयते नेक्स्ट लोग लास्ट वन अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत् असदित्युच्यते पार्थ न च तत्प्रेत्य नो इह अश्रद्धया stress on a and stress on shra अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत् अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत् असदित्युच्यते पार्थ न च तत्प्रेत्य नो इह न च तत्प्रेत्य stress on प्रेत्य नो इह ओके पुष्पिका दीदी ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्म विद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे श्रद्धात्रय विभाग योगो नाम सप्तदशोऽध्यायः. Pay attention to the name of the chapter because that is important from the examination point of view. श्रद्धात्रय विभाग योगो श्रद्धात्रय विभाग योगः or yoga the way you want to say, but it is श्रद्धात्रय विभाग योगः. Okay, so that is what is important in this. Okay, any questions? Okay, before that let's Didi, can you share the mark sheet or Pathak?
Yeah, just a minute.
We will take the prarthana at the end.
Yeah.
Please share the mark sheet. Okay.
Just one minute.
Somebody, I think in the chat box also somebody has asked which all chapters are there.
I'll just share till then you can just...
Please share the mark sheet.
Yeah, just 1 minute. I'm just looking. Some installation that is taking place.
If it is not there, I will cover it otherwise.
Yeah, you can. So you can start, I think, and then we'll take it up.
Okay.
It is not opening actually. I don't know what it is.
For the Pathak examination, you may be aware that there are 6 chapters. Out of that, the 3 are that you have already done in Jigyasu, if you have appeared in Jigyasu. So 3 of those chapters, that is 12, 15, and 16. And then another 3 chapters get added. Okay. And those 3 chapters by default are the ones which you have studied in this, at this level, level 2. Okay. That is 9th, 14th, and 17th.
Yeah. Is the mark sheet visible
6
now?
chapters. Didi, you said something?
Yeah, can you see the mark sheet now?
Yeah, I can see it. Thank you.
Ah.
Okay. So these are the 6 chapters. Though you can choose any 6 out of the 18 adhyayas, but by default, these are the chapters. Okay. And mostly people would be selecting and will be giving examination for these 6 only. Okay, the way the exam is conducted, firstly, you all have registered for the examination, I hope. So what happens? Somebody will contact you and then will add you to a WhatsApp group for your own one room. So maybe 10, 12 or 15, 16 candidates may be added to one WhatsApp group. You will be expected to stay in that group, not only in that group, but keep a watch on the messages exchanged on the group, because for the examination, all communication for you passes through that group. Okay. Then somebody will contact you before the examination and will take your confirmation. And also he may ask you your preferred time slot. You know, the exam starts from 1 o'clock. So after that, some suitable time slot he will check with you and try to adjust you there. Try to. Okay. So that is a very broad time slot. You should be ready to appear for the examination maybe half an hour before that allotted time slot. Because if somebody does not appear at the allotted time, the following candidates are taken in. Okay, so be attentive on the day of examination, the coming Sunday, as to what is being exchanged on your group. Now, how the assessment is done and how the examination is conducted. So at the time of examination, you should make sure that you are sitting in a room which is fairly well illuminated. Your face is very clearly visible. The light is there on your face and not behind you. And there is no one else disturbing you. It's in a quiet place. You will not have any disturbance. You should make sure you are in such a room. You are not allowed to have any headphone or earphone. If you do wear hearing aid, then you must tell beforehand, and special exceptions are made for hearing aids. Otherwise, you are not supposed to be having any such attachments. You can't wear your glasses at the time of examination. So when the examination starts, the examiner may ask you to remove your glasses. Okay, and keep your eyes closed throughout the examination. So once the examination starts, then he will request you to close your eyes, and only when the exam gets over, he will tell you that you can open your eyes, and then he may do some discussion. All right. Now, the actual conduct, the 6 chapters, by default, it is shown here on the screen. These are the 6 chapters, and normally this will be the sequence in which the chapters will be covered. But if you have any specific requirement of changing the sequence, you can tell that to the examiner, and he may adopt himself to that sequence. Okay. The questions are covered chapter wise. So, like let us say 12th chapter. So he will say first 12th chapter. The first thing that he will ask you is the name of the chapter. Okay. And then the first shloka of that chapter. Thereafter, 6 shlokas from that chapter. How it will be asked is, he will give you one, that is the first charan of any of the shlok from the first 1/3 of the chapter. Okay, first 1/3 broadly. Okay, don't do a calculation and say it is decimals and like that. Broadly, the chapter is divided into 3 parts. And from the first part, he will pick up one shlok and give you the first charan. You will be expected to repeat that charan and complete that shlok and also come out with the next shlok, the following shlok. Okay, so 2 shloks. He will give you one charan. You should recite that shlok and the following shlok. Okay, and that will happen with the middle 1/3 and that will happen with the last 1/3. So that your shloks are covered throughout the chapter. They are distributed and not that only first half or the last half is covered. All right. And the marks are for the name of the chapter, 1 mark. For the first shlok, 2 marks. And for the subsequent 6 shloks, 8 marks each. For the 2 shloks, 8, 8, 8. Okay. And finally, you will have 5 marks for the anuswar and visarg correctness. If you are using it correctly, then you get 5 marks, or marks may be reduced if you are not doing it so much correctly in every place. So there are chapter wise, if you see, there are 32 maximum marks that you can score. Getting 16 is mandatory for passing. If you score less than 16, then you don't pass in the Pathak examination. You will have to reappear if you want to reappear in all the 6 chapters. There is nothing like a compartment that, okay, you have passed in 2 chapters, 4 chapters, you have to pass again, appear again. It is not like that. You pass in one go in all 6 chapters, or you don't pass, period. So like this, it will happen with all the 6 chapters. And the examiner will tell you, okay, 12th chapter we have finished. Now let us talk about 15th chapter, and then he will start. So he will tell you which chapter he is asking questions from. Okay. And don't be under any stress. There is nothing very great happening. It is for the fun that we are reciting. We are reading Gita for our own betterment and reading it as a pleasure. Okay. So examination also, take it in that spirit. No need to be stressed unnecessarily. Okay. Then overall, there are 8 marks. So 192 from these 6 chapters and 8 marks for the rhythm and the clarity of the pronunciation, like sa, sha, shatkon, sha, okay, the cerebral or the other sha, okay, the way you pronounce it correctly or not. On those, these marks, 8 marks are dependent. So that's how 200 marks the examination is. All right. Now, if you have any questions on the examination or on the shlokas in the chapter or any other related question, please shoot. Raise your hand and one by one we will take up.
Nivedita Didi, she has raised her hand. I have sent her the request to unmute. Nivedita Savant Didi.
Yeah, please. If you can switch on your camera, yeah, please. Okay. You have any questions or you want to?
I have sent a request to unmute Nivedita Didi. Now you can say.
Yeah, I have a question that is of 27, shloka number 27.
27, okay.
Yeah. You say yadne tapasi dane chas. The aghat is there of sa.
Your voice. Hello, I think frozen.
Has got freezed.
Frozen. She may have to log back in again. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll take up her question again.
Yeah. She's here.
She's there. Yeah, Nivedita ji. Your question was on the aghat on letter Y.
No. Yadne tapasi dane chas.
Yeah.
Saditi chochate. So we have to pronounce sa, that is half sa after the cha.
You are referring to the word chochiyate, the last word?
Shloka number 27.
Yeah.
Ne tapasi dane cha sthiti saditi chochate.
Yeah.
Right. But when they taught us that time, they told yadne tapasi dane chas sthitis saditi chochyate.
I did not get your point. You see, there is stress on cha. There is stress on cha. If you read these charans together,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yadne tapasi dane chas sthitis saditi chochyate.
Correct.
Correct, no?
You can, if you read it in one breath, then you can read it like this. Yajye tapasidane chas it is sadati chochyate. That stress comes into play if you are reciting both the charans together. In one.
Okay, okay. Otherwise, we can read yadne tapasi dane cha sthitis saditi chochyate.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Chochyate, that stress on the cho must be taken.
Yeah. Chochyate. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next. Anyone else? I don't see any other hand going up.
There is no other hand.
No questions? No questions.
They are taught so well
Not
that
very
they are all
comfortable.
clear with their doubts now. Your teaching has made them absolutely clear.
Okay. Anybody wants to give a mock test? Anybody for mock test?
There are
These
some.
hands are for mock test. Okay, good. Let me take the mock test.
Raksha
Okay.
Didi.
हाँ डेमो देना है।
Ah, demo. Okay. Ready?
हाँ रेडी सर।
Okay. कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं
कर्षयन्तः शरीरस्थं भूतग्राममचेतसः माञ्चैवान्तः शरीरस्थं तान् विद्यासुरनिश्चयान् आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु।
Very good. Very good. Very well prepared. Only thing is that some places आपको इंग्लिश चलेगा हिंदी?
हाँ हिंदी चलेगा, इंग्लिश भी
हिंदी?
आता है थोड़ा। हाँ हिंदी।
हाँ ओके। तो ये जो आघात है उस जगह पे आपने नहीं लिया, तो आघात थोड़ा सा ध्यान दें। बाकी याद तो किया है तो श्लोक के तो पूरे नंबर मिलेंगे आपको। भूतग्रामम चेतसः, लाइक त पे आघात ना छोड़े, ठीक है। खासतौर से जो ह्रस्व अक्षर हैं उनके आघात को नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए। चलिए म्यूट हो जाइए, म्यूट हो जाइए। नेक्स्ट पांडुरंग जी।
यस सर, हेलो डेमो।
हाँ ठीक है। कट्वं ललवणात्युष्ण,
कट्वं ललवणात्युष्ण तीक्ष्णरूक्षविदाहिनः राजसस्येष्टा दुःखोकामयप्रदाः यातयामङ्गतरसं पूतिपर्युषितं च यत् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेत्यं भोजनन्तामस्प्रियम्।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। बस ये आपको कैमरे की तरफ देख के बोलना है, मतलब आंखें तो बंद रखनी है पर मुंह कैमरे की तरफ रखेंगे।
दिखा नहीं
तो कैमरा सामने रखिए, अपनी आंखों के लेवल पे रखेंगे ना तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। ज्यादा नीचे रखा है ना, तो कोई टेबल या कुछ चीज पे ऐसे या स्टैंड पे, आजकल तो कई जगह ट्राइपॉड भी होते हैं लोगों के घरों में, तो उस पे रख दीजिए।
ओके
तो ज्यादा अच्छा। चलिए नेक्स्ट। चलिए
निवेदिता दीदी। Yes, she's ready.
निवेदिता जी।
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, ready? Close your eyes. Devadvija Guru Prajna.
देवद्विज गुरु प्रज्ञ पूजनम शौचमार्जवम ब्रह्मचर्य महिंसा च शारीरं तप उच्यते अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत् स्वाध्यायाभ्यसनं चैव वाङ्मयं तप उच्यते.
Very good. But I think you have a tendency to open your eyes in between. So the examination, don't open it.
Okay.
Okay. Not that you are cheating, but then don't open it.
Okay.
All right. Very good
There is
preparation.
one Narasimha Dada Sharma, I think. But
You can
he
switch on your
hasn't
video,
started
please.
his video. I have sent him request. Till then, we cannot take the.
Yeah, he is there. He has come.
Here,
Yes, come.
साहब मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है,
हाँ जी.
अभी पूर्ण हुआ नहीं है 17th चैप्टर कैसा कंठस्थी करने का?
कौन सा चैप्टर पूरा नहीं हुआ आपका? नहीं
है
17 चैप्टर क्लास में नहीं पूरा.
17 चैप्टर अभी चल रहे हैं, 21 श्लोक का पूर्ण हुआ है.
हाँ, तो आपने जल्दी ही अप्लाई कर दिया, लेकिन आप वैसे पढ़ने को तो पढ़ सकते हैं आप, शायद तब तक
नहीं, अप्लाई करा नहीं है अभी.
हाँ जी,
अभी अप्लाई करा नहीं है, करने का कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन वो थोड़ा कंठस्थी करने का मतलब मुश्किल होगा ना.
हाँ, तो फिर अगली बार बैठिए. अगली बार
कितना दिन में फिर एग्जाम?
5 हफ्ते में होता है. 5 हफ्ते में शायद अगला होता है.
Okay. I can join for next level also now.
हाँ, you can continue your Gītā journey.
हाँ.
तो दो अलग अलग रेलवे ट्रैक्स हैं. तो एक ट्रैक जर्नी चल रही, क्लास चल रही है, और ये एग्जामिनेशन का ट्रैक अलग है. आप दोनों सकते हैं. ठीक है,
थैंक यू.
आप लेवल 4 पे रह के जिज्ञासु का एग्जाम दे सकते हैं, उसमें कोई रुकावट.
अभी वो मैसेज आ गया ना, इसीलिए अभी देना.
ये मैसेज आपको, आप जो भी लेवल में रहेंगे, ये मैसेज आपको हर लेवल में आता ही रहेगा. हर महीने करीब हर महीने ये एग्जाम होता है.
अभी हमारा 17th अध्याय चल रहा है अभी.
लेकिन तैयारी कर लीजिए, अभी पढ़ते रहिए, अभी भी याद करते रहिए. और लेकिन अगर आपकी तैयारी पूरी नहीं होती है तो मत बैठिए, अभी अगले में बैठिए. ठीक है.
ओके.
तैयारी जरूर पूरी कीजिए, याद पूरी तरह करके बैठिए.
थैंक यू.
Anybody else?
I think everybody is done now.
Okay. No questions, and no one else is keen to give the mock test. Okay. Chali, then we can have the closing prayers.
Yeah.
Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Rajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
For your examination, please do well. Prepare yourself. You still have a couple of days. तो लास्ट वाला स्टीम दीजिए, दिन भर बैठ करके पढ़िए, तो याद तो हो जाता है. बहुत मुश्किल नहीं है याद करना, बस वो थोड़ी एफर्ट जरूर लगती है. प्लीज पुट इन दैट एफर्ट दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड, एंड fear for the examination. All the best. Do well. Let us have each one of you scoring 100 or as close to 100 as 200 or as close to 200 as possible. Okay. All the best. Jai Shri Krishna. Good night.